In this video, I'm going to show you one of the most overlooked ways to add an extra 5 to 10 grand a month to your business if you are a content agency or a freelancer that's stuck under 10 grand a month with very minimal work. So I really hope you're going to enjoy this. Now I'm going to jump into my document. As you can see, this is what this is going to be about: how to add an extra 5 to 10 grand a month to your content agency or freelance business without also having to do more emails, send more DMs, or create more content. And you can do all of this in a short period of time and leave all your competitors in the dust, even if they have better editing or better content, right? And just to give everything I'm going to talk about in this video some credibility, this is a screenshot from our agency, and we've done 27k cash in the first 9 days of June. And yeah, that is if we include Vires and crypto as well. But you can see this is it, and this is just Stripe alone. Now, there is a secret force multiplier in business that most freelancers and beginner agencies who are stuck under 10 grand a month are simply not utilizing. In fact, they don't even really know about it. And you might be wondering, like, okay, Vince, that sounds interesting, but what the hell is a force multiplier in the first place? Well, force multipliers are basically tools that help you amplify your effort to produce more output. So, for example, a hammer is a force multiplier, and investing in force multipliers means that you will get more done with the same amount of effort. So you probably also heard about this saying or this word called leverage, but you probably don't really understand it. Leverage is basically this, right? You have the lever, and with the same amount of effort, if you have a longer lever, and the leverage point is here, you can actually lift up a higher load. So the same way, if you have a good force multiplier in your agency or in your freelancing business, with the same amount of outreach, with the same amount of content you put out, you can get more clients and make more money. Now, this is called, this force multiplier I'm going to talk about in this video is called social proof or evidence, right? Now, why is social proof needed in your business? You might be wondering, like, okay, this sounds, kind of interesting, but why do I need this in the first place? Well, this is why. Most people have this delusion that strangers are simply going to hand you 3 grand a month and trust you with their hard-earned money, hoping that you will help them make even more money as a content agency or freelancer. And look, this is simply false. I mean, kind of. Now, some of them will do that. Like some people, if you just talk to enough business owners, they will literally blindly hand you like 2 grand a month or 3 grand a month to try you out. But the problem is that this is a very small minority of people. And if you just had social proof as well, you could literally get 50 times or even 100 times more clients with the same amount of effort. So that is why it's super important, because you can basically work less and still get way more results than other people if you implement this properly. And this is an unfair advantage in business, right? So this is the part of the reason, right, why some agencies make hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars selling the same service that others struggle to scrape by with. So it's not necessarily just your offer or how good it's worded or your pricing, like those are all important things, but also what force multipliers do you have in your business? And having social proof is one of the best ones to implement. So why does social proof work? Well, it is because of a simple few human biases. The first one is following the herd. So I'm sure you have heard this word as well or phrase as well before, called herd mentality. And this is basically just a human bias. This is how we work, right? If a lot of people are doing something or we see a lot of people doing something, you are more likely to do it as well. So if you see a bunch of people, you're going on a hike, let's say, and it goes in 2 different directions, and you see one direction everybody's taking and the other one nobody's going in, you're probably going to take the one that everybody's going in because you just assume that it is safer and it's better for you. So that is the herd mentality. That's the first human bias that makes social proof work. The second one is verification through external sources, right? So basically the way the human brain works also is you look at other people and what happened to them after they took a certain action before you would do it yourself. So for example, if you're a business owner, you want to see other people who have worked with a specific service provider, which might be you who's watching this video, and what result did they get after taking that said action. And if they see that everybody that's worked with you had a positive experience and they got amazing results, well, now they have verified the thing that you claimed you can do in your email or in your pitch through other sources which are not, you directly. And that will make your statement more believable to them, basically. And the third one is authority bias. If somebody has a lot of testimonials, if somebody has a lot of client interviews, they will be immediately seen as more of an authority in their space. So this is another one that we tend to buy from people who have authority instead of somebody who nobody knows about or nobody vouches for. So this is the third bias that's working for social proof. Now, social proof is more powerful when an individual is uncertain, like when making a buying decision. Our natural, comfortable response is to look at what others are doing as guidance for what we should do ourselves, right? So this is the whole idea behind it. And adding social proof to your website and your social media can literally help 10x the results that you get with both your content output and also your outreach. So it is really, really powerful. Now, what can you use as social proof for your content agency or freelancing business? Now, I have 3 key types of social proof that we like using a lot and that work really well. First one is client interviews. So basically these are like 15 to 20, 30 minute long digital or virtual interviews with your actual clients, going through their results and their experience working with you. So these are more like in-depth conversations, right? And these can help build a ton of trust with anybody who watches that, because a 30-minute client interview cannot really be faked. But a quick testimonial video, a lot of people are not going to believe that. Or if you just put literally a testimonial text on your website, it is not super believable in today's market, right? Because a lot of people lie. So client interviews are great. Here's an example from my business partner at Grow Creatives, Greg, from his channel. And I'm going to leave this below the video so you can also see more in depth how this works. Then we have client testimonial videos as the second type of social proof. So these are basically 1 to 3 minute long videos recorded by just simply an iPhone from your clients, sharing with people what their experience has been like with you, what kind of results you got. And obviously, this is just them kind of vouching for your service. Now, ideally, when you want to ask for both of these is when the client is the happiest. So for example, if you've made a video for them that blew up and got amazing results, you want to ask for a testimonial in that time, because that's when they are the most likely to give it to you and give you an amazing one. And the third type of social proof that you can also use is result screenshots, or even if you just get feedback that's positive from a client on Slack, you can screenshot that and also you can use that for social proof. Now, again, here's some examples of the testimonials as well. This is on the website. And here's an example of screenshots of the results as a Twitter thread from Greg. Now, where should you post these 3 types of social proof? Well, first of all, client interviews, I recommend them to post them to your YouTube channel, but you can also post then that video to your Instagram story highlights, your Twitter page, your LinkedIn, pretty much wherever you can. As far as the client testimonials, they should mainly go on your website, but you also want to post them elsewhere, like on Instagram, and make it into a pinned post, or Twitter or LinkedIn. And then as for screenshots as well, they can go in your Instagram story highlights, they can go on Twitter, they can be a pinned thread. Basically, in general, the whole idea is to just post these everywhere so that people can see results from you all the time. And you also want to pair all of these results and all of these pieces of social proof with a call to action to book a call with you, so that they can, apply to work with you and get your service. How often should you post them? Basically, you want to post them as much as you can. Your number one goal in business is basically just getting more and more client results and then posting those everywhere, because it's literally the best marketing ever. If you have never tried this before, you probably have zero idea about how powerful this is, but you posting a client interview on your channel and then distributing that everywhere is almost guaranteed to get you an extra client if enough people see it. And if you are in B2B services, that client over its lifetime could be worth $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 or even more for you. So you can get an insanely high ROI from collecting these pieces of social proof. Keep in mind, obviously, for you to be able to get this, you need to be really good at what you're doing. So that is also a really important part of this equation, of course. I also want to give a little bit of more value in here, which is how to actually do and structure one of these client interviews, because as I've said, they're one of the most powerful. In my opinion, this is kind of the order of them in terms of how powerful they are. Most powerful client interviews, then you have client testimonials, and then you have screenshots, because it's like the order of how hard they are to fake. As far as the client interview questions and structure, for recording them, you can use either Zoom or Riverside, and you can do it online. Here's basically the structure. So you just first introduce your guest, ask them what exactly their business does, what transformation have they achieved since working with you, what results they've gotten, and ideally you want to talk about like real life numbers, so how much more revenue they made, how much more views they got, how many subscribers they grew, what was their business like before and after your service, why did they decide to work with you or your agency instead of a random freelancer, how were your turnaround times, how was the consistency of the content and work, why do they think that X platform that you are providing them help with, for example, YouTube or Instagram, is worth the time and money investment. So for example, here they will talk about the pros of the platform that you are helping them with and why other people should do it as well. You can ask them about their goals for the next 6 months going on from here, and ask them for advice for other people who are in the same situation that they were in when they first started working with you. Another force multiplier for getting your content agency to 15 to 40K a month is joining Grow Creatives. Now, this is a shameless plug, but that is our coaching program where with my business partner, Greg, we basically just help, freelancers who are doing like 2 to ideally like 5-6K a month at least. So basically under 10 grand a month, and we help them get up to 10, 20, 30, and 40, or even 50K months with this business model. And look, this is just an unfair advantage compared to all the other content agencies out there, since you get to learn directly from me and my business partner, Greg. And by the way, just to, again, give some more proof, this is a week's revenue at our content agency. And this is not like coaching sales or any other fuckery. This is just pure B2B service business revenue. So as you can see, overall 27K cash in the first 9 days of June. And I'm recording this on June 13th, by the way. So 23K on Stripe, 2.2K crypto, and 2.2K of Wire. And also in total, 11.6K from new clients, and 15.4K from recurring. And this is where the clients came from. As you can see, here's a screenshot just showing some of these Stripe payments as well. So yeah, basically, if you're already doing 2 to 3K a month and you have at least 4 figures or multiple 4 figures, ideally, either in cash or in credit that you can use to invest back into the growth of your business, you can go ahead, click the first link in the description below and book a call. You will first have a call with my colleague to filter, the bad fits. And if you actually qualify for our program based on that, call, then you can get to speak directly with me. Now, the reason why we need to really filter people without letting them into it is because we have a really strong guarantee with our offer. So we cannot afford to take on anybody who's not a perfect fit. So I hope you found this video insightful, and I really hope you're going to take action on this. If you already have some clients you've got great results for, trust me, you are sitting on a gold mine. So implement this information. Don't be one of those people who just watches this for entertainment and then never does anything with it. I want to see you win. I want to see you hitting those 10, 15K months as a creative, and I believe in you. So hope you enjoy this one, and I will see you in the next one.